Hey, everybody. It's time for your daily dose of factory construction and positivity training, where we are going to focus on being the best we possibly can be. All right, what am I doing now? Oh, okay. Oh, and we have tech to do. We are at the absolute end of chem science. Maybe I should just start here. Yeah, that looks like a thing, right? I will think about this again later. We need to pull in coal bed gas miners, right? That's what we have to do. Right there. Bring them in, please. All right, on the way. Good. Check that off. Prime centrifuge production. All right, I know what this is. It's going to take some while for the EVA to get through the system, and that's time I don't got, man. We got to go faster than that. And that's means me slamming. You would think with this new factory, it would have brought an end to the era of me just slamming my face into everything over and over again. But nah, if anything, it's made it 100 times worse. The factory not made for human presence. What I want is centrifuges, which I knew where they were once. It's not that swirly thing. It's not that swirly thing. It's certainly not that swirly thing. Where's centrifuges? Wasn't it? Oh, it's right there. I was close. And by prime, I mean give it its own supply. There you go. You need 10 of this stuff to go? Well, you got a bunch now. Hopefully, there will be centrifuges when I need it in a bit. And now we have another problem in that we do not have dedicated acetone production. Allow me to elucidate the nature of this emergency. So if we go down here and we go take a look at the alarm room, right? We should see it, I think. In the alarm room, no, we are not alarming on acetone. That's a little weird, I think. Because we should be. Where do I put my acetone? Right here? Yeah. We're completely empty. We should 100% be alarming on acetone. Why is this not happening? Ah, because these red lines go nowhere. Hey, look, we found a bonus chore. Let's go fix the alarm system and then do a quick audit on the alarm system. But anyway, as I was trying to mumble to you all, the issue with acetone is that it is made primarily as a byproduct of phenol. This isn't hooked up at all. Well, that's tragic. And if you don't need phenol, you don't get the acetone. So what you're going to do is you have to put together a dedicated acetone maker. All right, there we go. Acetone alarm ringing. We're just going to take a quick walk here and see this isn't hooked up even in the slightest. Great job. Fantastic effort right there. And I think we have the same problem all the way down here. Okay, so this is... I have been getting no/bad information for a very long time. I mean, it's a good thing I haven't been paying attention to the alarm system, right? Or I may have been making bad decisions. All right, so we're going to fix this. And then we're going to make a dedicated acetone maker. Yeah, now orgosolvent is also alarming, because that's somewhere in here. Like, that's okay. You're okay. This whole strip is okay. That's double okay. All right, we're good. All right, so we saw the bin, right? That's where we were. We saw the empty bin where my acetone should be, and then right here where my orgosolvent should be. And I have neither. And that is because Acetone is made as a byproduct of phenol right there. 2 and 2. 1, 2, 2, 2. Right here. And as you can see, we need not more phenol. We have all the phenol we could ever want. And so the acetone right here does not make orgosolvent. And lo, our life is shattered. So what we need to do is figure out a way to make just normal acetone. And we're going to have to build it. Not there. That's for heat. Not there. That's for more plastic. Right there, I guess. And then pipe the acetone over. And so acetone right here is made by this recipe. Chromite sand, copper plate, propene, and pressurized air makes acetone. So great. And we do this in a wet scrubber. I know what you're thinking. I'm thinking, can just a scrubber work for this job? And I go, no. No at all. No, not even a little bit. This has to be a wet scrubber. What about a pulp mill? A pulp mill looks almost the same, and I just slap you across the face. Get out of my office. No. Pulp mill, no good. Scrubber, no good. The only thing that can possibly accomplish this specific task is a wet scrubber. All right, heat device, go back. I can make heat pipe again. Like, not again, but properly. I have proper steel and proper duralumin. That means I can set that up and actually do that. Wet scrubber, come with me. And then pulp mill is over here, and I just want to get rid of this. And then, we need pressure pumps. Okay, I filled up on those at some point. I think I should actually had Personal Logistics handle that. So right here, what are you? Rare earth. That tin wrench rock is going to come with me. And we have to also remember to keep checking for bioreactors. No. Olefin plants. So that I can get rid of those blocks of shame. Oh, does this fit? Oh, it fits. Nice. Is that a tree? That is a tree. No. Okay. Just no, I say. And so here we are. We are doing a solid to liquid transformation. So we need our boopants right here. Toss you down. And then we need our wet scrubbers. And we're going to see what you're doing. You're making acetone, please. So we need to bring in propene. Propene, I believe, is made... Is that it? Is this it? Yeah, this is it. I could just draw a line over. It's not far. Like, bup, 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 bup. And then acetone over. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So bring in the propene, and all I have to do is bring in copper sand and copper plate and chromite sand, and then pressurized air in some quantity. How much air you need, buddy? If you're going to make me acetone. 40. So this will dwell somewhere in the interstitial space. And then, since we have two materials, there really is no escaping. It's either snake belt on the outside, nothing in the middle, or just a pair of hug belts. So I guess we're going to do a pair of hug belts, right? This doesn't work. Or maybe we just do one line. We have one acetone production line already. So maybe we just do this. Something like this. This will produce a lot of acetone should we need it. There's no need to really get worked up. And it'll be nice and compact. Because there's competition, There's already another system doing this. This is just the overflow, the secondary producer, the backup. Like this. This looks most comfy. I feel like this is maximum comfiness right here. And of course we have to do this. Yeah, something like that, right? Yeah, I believe. So 2 and 2, 2 and 2, 2 and 2. Okay, so we have decided what we are doing. Congratulations to me. This should come up a little bit. There's no need to leave that space there. All right, now we have to send a whale out. Our number is 7. 7's not a great number. Yeah, just go get 1,000. 1,200, that's our number. All right, so it's 5 sand, 2 plates. Let's go, Mr. Whale. Go be hungry. Go get me copper plate from the bin of copper plates. And I want you to load items until the whale has copper plate in quantity 12 times 5. That's 6,000. Then I want you to go get chromite sand from right there. It's the pile of gray dirt, you know? Go get that. Load items until have chromite sand. 12 times 2 is 24. And then you come here. Then you wait for your signal. Circuit condition. Comparator equals go. And I want you to unload until target. Unload until target. And it is copper plate. And right here is chromite sand. 624. There you go. And now you are ready to go. Off you go. So that'll work out. And then do I just go with 1 and 1 and just pretend it's going to be okay? Because I'm pretty sure we can just pretend it's going to be okay, right? There's not a lot of doing this correctly, is there? This is actually a good job for loaders right here. Well, whatever. All right, so I want you to be chromite sand. Bang, bang. And I want you to be copper plate. There. Now that's hooked up. Now this has to get hooked up, right? I feel like it should all get moved over. Well, oh, and I didn't leave any vias. Oh, so definitely it's not getting moved over. Now don't leave a via there. Leave a via here. There we go. Good principles. All right, so first off, you need an in and an in. Actually, in and in and close right there and right there. And that leaves beacon space because we'll do acetone right here and then beacon space will be somewhere in the middle there, right? Okay, great idea. Acetone, no, propene. Come in right here. And then we'll do the air up here, right? Just like we have done many times before. So, perfect. Grab this and then put it here. Now stop. Oh, this is going to get kind of embarrassing, isn't it? Because once again, the V is going to ruin my life. Okay, good. Then right here, plug you in like that. Doesn't leave leaves a few more spaces for vias, but not many, many, many more. All right, so power this. Well, first off, we have to link the chemicals together. Acetone's coming up here, obviously, and then we're headed west. So let's do this first. Let's grab... Hey, I actually used the correct cardinal direction without even thinking about it. This is... How is this acetone full up? Oh, because you're not connected, right? Oh, that guy was never connected, right? And it was hidden by the DD, the DD. All right, so this is our line if we can make it work. And oh, we haven't busted yet. See if we can get through here. This is a waste acetone line. Say it to ourselves, waste acetone. We wish to turn it to link it up with a primary production acetone. One more. Can I make it through one more block? Yes, actually, I can. This is so pleasant. And then right here. And then we have to get out. Oh. We have to get out right here to do this. Okay, it's worth it. 100% worth. So we have to do this. All right. Okay, I accept my fate. I accept that sometimes you don't get exactly what you wanted. But sometimes what you do get is pretty cool. All right, so right there, you're all hooked up. We have primary acetone production right here. And what we need to do is throttle it so it does not clog the secondary acetone production. Overflow less than 20. Then you go. But not if you don't. Okay, good. Yeah, this is all coming together. So I feel comfortable turning this on. Then that has to get picked up. You'll continue dressing this all pretty. Is this getting the line? No, it doesn't need to. That's handled by the power up there. That's very fortunate. All right, so now we need to go get propene, and I said I wanted to drag a direct line over. Is this really what I want out of life? It uses lines. I guess we do it because I have poor impulse control. It already comes all the way over here where it makes alkaline. So jumping up right here is pretty natural, and then getting into this line and then heading over somehow. So it's already most of the way here, right? Okay. I wonder if we have acetone on the biofluid network. You would think I would have done that. I think I probably should do it again, you know? We got to come all the way over to like here, I think. It's hard to picture where the windmills are going to be, but then we have to turn. We're going to get there. Did I hit the gutter right? Yes, I did. All right, good. And then right here, and then we will leap up, and we will mildly inconvenience whatever comes next here. Just a little bit. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah. Perfect. Exactly what I wanted to do. It is a magnificent economy of piping. And I did that way so it wouldn't consume another line. It's always on my mind. All right, so that's the last thing that has to happen here, right? And then plug you in. There you go. You got the hot air. You're wet scrubbing. You're making acetone. And I will put this on the biofluid network. Well, okay, check. Just check. Take a minute out of your time. Just go and look and see that we have none. Oh, because it goes to the tanks, and the tanks have the nozzle. All right, so that does work out. All right, so acetone production up and going, which probably means that orgosolvent is now up and going. Okay, we're about to obsolete this, by the way. We did all this work just to shut it all down. But good, we can check this off our list. And we can dismiss the notes. There is one more thing I want to do before we get into vanadium. In that we have to get some big mines. And that unfortunately means why do I have chromite sand in my inventory? I know you're about to say because you picked it up, and I want to insist I did not. That was put into my pockets by magic elves, employed by the trees, here to change things every time I turn around in an attempt to drive me insane. This is what is happening, and I will not hear anything otherwise. We need to make 2 big mines. Sad. I really need to put the big mines on the mall. I didn't know if I'd be using them that much, but it's starting to come into focus more that I'm going to have to. But anyway, I want lead and I want aluminum. And this is going to be used even though it overlaps. I'm just going to use it. I'm doing it. So big mine. No. Big mines. Big, great, beautiful mines. All right, so we need mining drills and automated factories. The yellow kind. Okay, and then a pack of mining drills, right? Okay, got it. Then we need 2 blue fluid miners. Got it. Now we need... we're going to put all that aside. We need to see our stack of graphite and our stack of blue, if it's still around. Oh, we don't have enough, do we? We need to go get more cobalt chromium. That's quite sad. All right, let's go to the Southland then. And then we'll scrape up some more stuff over there, right? Where did we make this? I believe we ended up casting cobalt blue over here-ish, right? In this area. We piggybacked onto something like this. Yeah, right there. Okay, got it. That's the only thing we need from down here, right? Aluminum and lead are some of the 2 most ore-hungry construction lines out there. So we need to spend extra special time. Oh, I need aramid fiber, and I don't got any. All right, back I go again, right? Fantastic work, right? Truly a champion. Okay. Pound another energy drink. Let's go. Let's go get a stack of aramid fiber. And I guess we're just going to steal it from stainless. Oh, we need a block of that. I know you need aramid fiber. Great. That's mine now. All right, what are we doing? Neuroproc, stainless, and aluminum. Well, stainless, you're right there. How much? 50. We're going to need a block of lead in order to make a lead mine. Seems that we have a chicken or egg situation on our hand here, and I do not approve of it. Where's my lead box? It should be right here, right? Where's my lead caravanserai? I'm not going to pick it up off the ground like a peasant. What happened there? Did I never make one? Oh, whatever. Just walk away. Demons. Demons did it. Almost there. We need neuroprocs. So grab a block of you over here, I think. We do neuroprocessors right here. Oh, we're full up. Nice. That is absolutely beautiful to see. Aluminum mine. Lead mine. All right, in my inventory. I should probably go get more whales while I'm here, right? For surely we shall need them. If I can remember where I built them. All right. Not enough whales to be sure, but enough whales for right now. Let's head north, and then we will finish with the infrastructure portion of today's episode, and we will get into vanadium processing. So right there, put some whales in. And right here, we have to get rid of the rest of the stuff. All this material on my hands. Here, put this down in the corner because everyone knows I'm going to be back, right? Is there stuff? Here, take these mech parts. I'm never going to have a use for only 2 of them. So it's just a dead space in my inventory. All right, so over here, it's on the walkway just a little bit. I have decided I don't care. I've decided using this is more important than walkway. It was an easier decision when I thought it was only 1, but here it is 2. And then it's just so much efficiency right here, though. What's that? Is that? Oh, that's just geothermal. I gotta get this off the walkway, too. I'm a mess. I'm just an absolute mess out here. Lead mine. And I think lead mine... probably best to do this. Is it best to do this and get in the... No, this is in a... it's in the logistics space of vanadium right here. So better take up the full line, right? Okay, here's our structure. What do you need? You need drill heads, and you make 24 a second. Oh, I need a bunch of efficiency mods, right? Oh, and I need 2 beacons too, don't I? This only makes 12 a second and consumes drill heads. All right, so I guess I'm not done. I got to make a couple drill heads. A couple. Here, you get work. Dinosaur hungry. You need to go get drill heads. And that is done over here. And I think we can already make drill heads now. Fill cargo right here. Empty cargo. Go do that. Here, let's take a look at the recipe we use. Because all drill heads come from this one little workshop. Right over here? Question mark? Yeah, right here. All drill heads are made right here. And it looks like we're kind of struggling to keep up. So, yeah, it's steel, aluminum, and titanium. Drill head. And there's a bunch of recipes for this. And, like, this is obviously the best one. And it's not available. So, don't look at that. Chromium, steel, and aluminum does 4. Steel, aluminum, and titanium does 6. Duralumin, no stainless. No stainless. Silicon carbide. This one isn't bad either. I have silicon carbide. Like I can do this. I can do this 7-1. That's how much steel? Oh, it's just this recipe right here. 864. 864. If you drop in silicon carbide, you get an extra drill head out of it. And it's faster. I guess that means the silicon carbide is supposed to be in the grinding process. That's what's represented. So I guess we're going to be doing this one right here, up north. Here, let me write that down. We need heat pipe. We need drill heads. And we also need filtration media. Maybe after vanadium I go on a rampage and just do all these intermediates I have been leaving for later. It's the little brother of the stack inserter version. Right here. Cannot do this right. And then right here, and then we head up. Then I have to go get beacons. Oh man. Should have thought ahead on that. And then we'll come up here, and this is where we will get our aluminum. Just don't look at what's going on with the walkway here. And we will also get uranium. Though, what's it required? Looks like it's going to be the same thing, right? Well, good. And then just inlight here. And can we leap this at all? Kind of looks like it's just barely. Yeah, just barely. So we've just shut off this area right here. Don't know how I feel about that. Anyway, you're using logistics space, so you two are right there. All right, so kind of unfortunate. Rock. What is that? No, go away. But it will come into focus eventually. What I need now is probably power. That would probably be appreciated, right? Don't I want to do right there instead? I think so. This is traditional here. Okay, good. And we will give power over here as well. GIF power. Please, GIF power. Not quite perfect. Which is how you know I made it. Cough, cough. You are happy you had no part of that. We have plenty of drill heads, I think. Yeah, he's going to go get another pack now. All right, so other half of the equation. Whale, get out here. Whale hungry. I want you to come right here, fill cargo, and I want you to dunk that on lead in. Why not take it directly to lead processing? No, it's not how we do things. It goes to lead in first. Empty cargo. Come here. Come here. There. And then a whale. Whale hungry. I want you to go right here. I want you to fill your cargo, and I want you to take that to aluminum ore in. Right there. Empty cargo. I really, really need red loaders. Even that's going to be an enormous feat to replace all the yellow loaders. Yeah, we'll do it though. All right, off you go. So, this is now working. That is now working. Did I think of anything else I need to do before starting on a vanadium? I suppose I have to relocate this pipe, right? So what is this pipe doing? Let's take a look. This pipe is heading out this way, and you're probably going to be major fuel to the wall. Yep. So your problem is not that you're doing a bad job. It's that this particular arm of it needs to be moved over just a little bit. So grab you, and now we're going to go right there. And we're just going to move it over, right? That work? Oh, it wouldn't have one at the bottom, of course. Here I am looking for a sign of something that is not there. Because I'm not that great at this game. All right, so now this is a bigger problem, though. We have managed to pick the worst line right here. We have looked deep into our hearts and we just said, you know what? I want to be ruined today. So let's do this. Let's just run it out and then we'll clean it up on the way back, right? Okay, they're invading. Okay, careful. They got stingers. Okay, perfect. And then right there, and then right there. If you bots are having trouble keeping up, why don't you consider some energy drink? All right, we come over here, and then this intersection instead is a T just a little up right here. So what we do is this. And this will still be a problem one day. The fact that this is in line on the natural walkway space. But it's not a problem for today. We have in fact solved all our problems for today. Where is this guy? Where are you? Why did I use the slowest of all dinosaurs? I could have gone and upgraded him, but I did not do that. Alright. We'll see this for ourselves in a bit here. Let's now turn our attention to vanadium processing. Oh, we have to do another thing, right? Because we're going to need blood. We're going to need a lot of blood. And this involves heading south and setting up a barreling dinosaur, which I'm not super thrilled about. I'll go do, I guess. It's required for now. We've cut so many links. See, we're not going to use this. This is too much. Even though it's salt, and it's even on a logo. No. This, no. Too far in. But the other one was good, right? That was nice. That was legal. There's no problem whatsoever with doing it like that. No, we need to get rid of some stuff. Just turn personal logistics off. Just give him a grab bag. This is how much blood we're bringing up. Oh, there's more. We want exactly one dinosaur's cargo hold. Good. All right. And do I have dinosaurs? I do not. But there's dinosaurs down south. We will go get them. And then we also need a barreling machine. Don't run away without getting the barreling machine. Don't just take the barrels and don't get a barreling machine. Don't do that thing. That thing you almost just did. All right, good. We also need some more windmills. We need lots of stuff. There's an entire world of possibilities down here. And I almost fills my heart to sufficient fullness where I will just break out in song. A paean to the joy of the factory. Well, even if you can't hear it, my friends, I assure you that that song is in my heart. What we need is instead dinosaurs. And that's not found anywhere around here. We need to go over here, overshooting, not seeing where we need to be again. Here, just bring them all, right? And then get some whales. And don't fill up. All right, good. So now we need to go get arthropod blood. And then we have to bottle it and ship it north. And it's fine, just a normal caravan handles this. Arthropod blood right here. And this is where we are going to do it. The blood goes in the barrels. The blood of the sea. And then it gets shipped north, right? Nah, let's not do it. Let's do this right. There is no need to do it wrong when we can, after all, do it right. Yeah, so like this. And then 2 caravans areas, please. It's been so long since I built anything in the South Factory. Feels good. There we go. And I didn't bring any hands. Or pipe. After I made such a big deal of thinking about not bringing the barreling machine, I then forget literally everything else. All right, come on, let's go. What? Oh, because I brought so much other stuff. Okay. All of you go. And I don't even have another box on me. All right, the rest of you live right here for now. I want that. All right, good. Okay. I am accomplishing tasks. I am. I swear I am. I swear this counts as progress. But it has been awkward progress. Awkward stutter step progress. We'll do it. We'll get there. We shall, in fact, get there. So where was I working? And then it's just like this, right? And we power it somehow. And then the blood goes in the barrels. The blood is what makes us pure. All right, we don't do anything more here. We are now in the domain of blood in at the top of the vanadium line. I wonder why vanadium is so prevalent in arthropod blood, or if it's only critical to make it intermediate or something. I don't know anything at all about this. I've never encountered anything like this in any other game. I came here for... Oh, I also need beacons, right? Oh, maybe I need some towers then, and I have to refill on... I already have towers on me? Oh, I did. Beacon. I need EVA, small parts, and stainless. All right, fine. We'll do that down here. EVA. It feels more right to be handcrafting down here than it does up in the north. This is another signal that I have to put together modules and beacons as personal equipment up north. Then I have to remember to actually get modules. Because wouldn't it be just a kick in the head to do all this and then have to run back and get the modules? It sounds very much like an episode of me playing. But still, I'd rather not. There. Nice and tidy. We made 10 beacons. We also need electronics in order to make modules, like I just said. So we will handle that, and then maybe we'll be ready to play. Think maybe we'll be ready. Oh, we're full up on complex circuits. Probably means we're really bottlenecked somewhere else, right? Tends to be what that indicates. All right, we're done now. Now we're going out. Okay, I am not, in fact, forgetting anything. I am ready to go. I am prepared, locked and loaded, in a great frame of mind. I know who I am, and I know what I'm doing. So right here, okay, yes. So thumpa, 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 thumpa. Only no. I want you to calm down. I want you to be calm. AM5, FM2, I think that's the formula. And I put it in exactly the wrong spot. Great job, me. All right, there you go. Using a bit of electricity, and we've nuked this down to, yeah, 1/5 of what it was before to make me lead. Okay, good. This means lead production will increase, which signifies absolutely nothing right now. Like, this is having the same problem, the exact same situation. And then you need help. Calm it down. Be efficient. Be efficient. Be efficient. Be efficient. All right, there we go. Now you're at minimum, and you're producing not enough ore, that's for sure. But we might be ready. Might be almost ready. Do we need 2 whales on this? Looks like he's going to get here just in time. Let's take a look. Are you going to make it? Are you going to make... Yeah, he's totally going to make it. So it'll be 1 whale right here forever, because it's just close enough. Yeah. All right. That's good. Unless, of course, I produce more by getting mining efficiency, which I may very well do. So let's take a look at what effect we've had, because we like looking at things. And that just means that this flows constantly. And there's always a pickup here. So we probably need another whale right here delivering. Maybe. Maybe. Where is this whale? No, excuse me. This. Oh, he just came back. All right. And so there's already another slug waiting for him up there. And you are probably the golden ore. Yeah. Okay. It doesn't really mean anything, but it's just a little better. They're so very ore hungry. All right. So now we need to actually talk about what we're doing. And that's right here. We are copying this block, or maybe another one of these blocks. Maybe we go bots off for a second. We take these guys right here. And what we're going to be doing is kind of a lot of different, right? Because first off, we don't have a solid in. So ore does not come in here. And while stone might leave at some point, for reasons I don't really understand, that is not a pressing necessity at this moment. So I don't think this means anything. And then we're just going to live with this, I guess. And destroy that tree, certainly. All right, let's try it. Off you go. Make it all real for me. And later on, we are going to be having just a pipeline come through here, right? But for the moment, it was concealing. What we have instead is we bring in the arthropod blood from the south. And this is how we do it for the moment. All right, so in and in, in and in, and then... No, I'm not even going to do a tank right here. This is exactly what I'm doing. It's the end. So, like so. Caravan. You have a job. Dinosaur hungry. That's your interrupt. I want you to go all the way down here. It's a hike. You might be one of the hardest working dinosaurs ever. I want you to come right there, and I want you to empty that cargo. And then I want you to go right there, and I want you to fill that cargo. And then I want you to come right here, and I want you to empty that cargo. Then I want you to go right there, and I want you to fill that cargo. And then you're just on this loop forever. And to show how much I appreciate giving you this trash job, you get extra food. So now go fill that cargo. And then bring me vanadium precursor. All right. It is actually time to build. We have gotten through all of the chores, and it only took half the episode. Wonderful. And as I recall, if we go over here, vanadium. We had determined that centrifuging for blood, and then into here, and then this is the slow step. Vanadium pulp stage 1. I probably should have written down something more about that. One moment, everyone. Okay, that was a bother, but that is now done. So what we need now are a bunch of agits, probably a bunch more agits. Let's see if we have the centrifuges we ordered. Which would be right here. Spinny guys. Why only 5? I would have expected more. And then vanadium. We're going to need a lot of agits. And I mean a lot of agits. We need a tickener. Spinny boys, tickener, and then world of agits. So might as well order more, right? From right here. We don't have any, it says. Are they on their way? Why do we have no agits? Right there. Why no agits, friend? No melamine. Were we treating that as a specialty item? I think we were, and we probably put a whole bunch of... we never got a dinosaur on that. Yeah, we have to bring in melamine. Okay, I can do that. So I suppose we continue in doing all sorts of little stuff. Dinosaur hungry. Now, this might be a job for bots, but I don't think so. Not right now. Where is melamine? Melamine. Problem is, it takes so much, and I think that's by design. So many units to build a building just to eat up bot time. Whereas dinosaurs are so much cleaner and faster and more efficient. If a little more cumbersome to set up. Where did I put my melamine? Melamine was done a while ago. Melamine should be in a box like this. There is melamine. And I just want you to fill your cargo. And I want you to go over to the agit bin right there. And I want you to empty your cargo. So this might be a very awkward episode. If I don't have any agits, and I'm about to go make a whole lot of agit over with the vanadium area. Anyway, let's stop thinking and start doing. So the arthropod blood will flow in right here, And then we'll have some number of centrifuges. My God. We have to figure out a spacing, right? So if we copy this right here and we just keep this here as a reminder. Are those trees? Who cleared this land? All right, so let me just try to keep that in mind, right? How much pollution does this make? Are we going to get direct attacks on this like before? No, doesn't look like it. None of the pie buildings are balanced for pollution. All right, so right here, we throw down a centrifuge. Here, we should check that too, right? Of course, we're going to check this too. Because we can't count on anything today. Where is my spinny guy? Right there. So we have a few there, and we're just waiting to pick up stuff. All right, that's fine. It's working. So you are going to make vanabins. We're going to have to bring an acid gas line over. Oh, yeah, 100%. And vanabins are made here. And then down here, in this next area, we say agit for... No, it's not agit, it's thickener. Thickener, right here. And you make the blue liquor. And you take 30 tailings dust. That is going to be by far the hardest part of getting this going, right? It eats 12 tailings dust a second. And we're going to think about amping this up. Am I doing something just really dumb right now? Just the throughput on that is astonishing. 12 a second. That is essentially one stack inserter going constantly. And that means I can have at most of these 6 on a red belt, and we want to amp it? Ooh. Suddenly doubting all of my plans. But then it goes into this, and this is the slow step. Because 2 of these for 1 of these, and then maybe I just fill this area and then just backfill. Like just the rest of this area is just vanadium pulp stage 1. And then I try to shove the thickeners and the centrifuges up there. Well, regardless of how I do that, it's going to start by figuring out how many are going to go here, right? All right, so what do you need? You need 120 steam per. The world is just not on my side today. So that would be something like this. Or I do in the style of the other thing I did. Right here. And I have to stick this somewhere else too. Well, the natural place to stick that is right here. All right, so we'll do that then, right? Where did I put that unit? So we're just going to copy this right to here. And we're going to try to think about how many of these we can actually employ, right? Why is it we can't stuff them as close together as we... Oh, because we can't do it like that? Am I doing this wrong? Am I once again doing it wrong? So something like that. Huh. Did I not take the pipe with me? All right, so that's hard up against one another. Oh, because I did not bring the pipe with me. Fantastic. I gotta tell you, I am not having the best of episodes right here. All right, so like that. And then we'll shove you down like that. Okay, glate. And like this will just be our base. And I don't think we can put any more. Yeah, it just doesn't fit. And we can put something a little less than optimal right there, and that's not a huge problem, right? Like, why not? All right, so this is what we have to work with. I guess this might be our determiner right here. And this will decide how large we can size everything up here. I'm willing to go with that because we're already, if we go by the same semantics we were going for everything else in the same pattern, there's no way, 0 chance we'll be able to keep this full up with those thickeners full up with all of the tailings dust. It just ain't gonna happen, friends. So let's count. Each one of these needs 2. So how many agits can I put in this step? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4. 9 times 4 is 36. 36 divided by 2 is 18. Our target is 18 agits right here, I guess, in this area, in this region, with this attitude. And then we will figure out what's going on from there. All right, so 18 of these happy little guys. That strikes me as 2 rows, right? It's like this. And then you need, this is just a liquid-liquid transformation. Yeah, this is just going to be 2 rows. And then we'll find a, yeah, in the middle will be beacon space. What are you exposed to? Just the usual. The beacon discipline kind of is a mockery, isn't it? Because why would I'm not going to be needing it here, am I? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then not even good enough. All right. There we go. This is what we're doing, and then we just link them together. And can we get all 18 in right here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, perfectly. We can perfectly get this going, especially since we have to leave a via. Like right there, and just perfect. All right, this is providential, I'd say. So we will calculate off this, and this will be our vanadium production. And I may very well come to regret this, but somehow I doubt it. So, all right, so if we have 18 of these, and that is chosen because the amount of steam that we can produce right here. What that now means is this produces at blue liquor at 80 a second. This produces, there's also blue liquor coming in from the reflux, right? Maybe I should count on that. There's an unknown amount of vanabins coming over from aluminum. And there's some blue liquor coming in from the reflux of cleaning up the solvent. So maybe my number is actually 2 more. But I'm not going to do that, am I? No. Because this number is fixed. So just maybe a little less up here. If I have to put less up here, then that's okay. All right, that's how to look at it. So this eats 40 blue liquor a second. This produces 80 blue liquor a second. Therefore, we need 9 or maybe just 8 of these up here. Got it. And so we're just going to rough out this block. And you're going to be something like this. And you need water, I guess. You don't need a lot of water, though. And you need a ton. An absolute metric ton of tailings dust. So that's going to come in somewhere over here. Just hold that thought, right? And then right here. Can we all do? There's no point in doing this all in one row. So like this is it right here. This is what we need. It feels really weak to be doing it like this. Like maybe we can even do it, but there's no point in saving. Well, I could condense it up further. I don't know. Anyway, so just based on that, that requires 24 vanadates a second. Vanabins, excuse me, not vanadates. And this produces 40 a second. So if our number is in fact 9, let's do some math. 9 times 24 divided by 40. So maybe I can drag it all the way north. We need 6 of the centrifuges. So that is in fact one line. We need to go get one more centrifuge. All right, I'll do that. And any adjets that happen to show up. Not the most fantastic of episodes right now. Okay, come here. And we need boilers. Thank you. And then we need one centrifuge, but there are none. Which is kind of distressing, but also is how the belt works, huh? Where is the centrifuge? I could have sworn it was right over here. No, it was close. My fault. Everything looks the same. So, compacting it like this, I'm almost certain I'm doing something wrong right now. Because it takes so very little. I'm used to filling up all of this. And then we get to the expansive step. It's not even doing a full line. But the expansive stuff is so very... Maybe I double this. So we double this. We double this. Almost. Go a little less. That's right. And just... We go from a maximalist position right here. And then we'll need 12 centrifuges, so like to be continued. We take all of this and we simply copy and paste it. And then also copy and paste right there. And to get out the steam, I just draw a single line right here. There. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to fit... Oh yeah, I'll be able to fit 2 lines of this. Like, just kind of... Just say it'll be right there, and then say this will be right there. That'll fit very comfy. This is gross, irresponsible overbuilding. And that is why I am put on Earth. This is my purpose right here. I wonder how we do on drill head consumption. Let's take a look. Drill head. So we're consuming, here in the last 10 minutes. Oh, production is barely keeping up, huh? Yeah, I do have to do drill head production up here. Anyway, we need to get a lot more adjets. We need to double all this. That feels better to me. It feels like I'm using the space I'm given better. And it uses a few less, which is good, because we're going to be refluxing blue liquor, and that's fine. Which means we need 2 rows of this. Okay. That makes sense to me. And so, do we do it like this? Probably not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we put the beacons in the center. These guys are definitely going to need efficiency modules, if nothing else. All right, so we have a plan. centrifuge, vanabins, and then the rest of this area is blank. And then right here, we process it with the steam, and then we move on to stage 2 down here. Good? Are we good? It's a good plan? And then, like right here, we'll bring in the absurd amount of tailings dust we're going to need. Like, we can't keep all these supplied on a single belt. I mean, we just can't. So maybe we plan ahead for that? Question mark? Maybe we trim you. And we do something slightly different. If we think that it just cannot be done on a single belt, why not do something like this instead and have 2 belts? And then we don't have to crowd the logistics space. Okay. There's no way we can keep these fueled. We just can't. But now there's a logistical possibility, you know, instead of it just being an utter fantasy. All right, so need a line that's in line with everything else, right? So it looks like the first building right here is 1 back from that windmill. So I take all you and it's 1 forward. And then somewhere in here. And like that. And that is the line, right? Okay, we're going to hook this up now. We're ready. Do we have any blood? Yes, the blood has arrived. Beautiful. Arthropod blood is here. It'll probably arrive. Probably right here, no matter what. Okay. And then it's going to do the spinny thing. It's going to use a ton of electricity. All right, so we also have to bring out an acid gas line. And then other than that, this is a simple liquid-liquid transformation. So we're going to want to do this. We want to do exactly this. And so this is like so. And then this is like so. And then we will get the acid. Oh, come back to me. Okay, good. Great, 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 great. Did you not get picked up? Did you not get picked up? And then do it on the other side as well. Then in the middles, we will put all of the attachments on the side, like right here. And this is beacon space right there. We're ready to go. The only thing that's not ready is the fact we don't have an acid gas line out. And we have to make this all self-contained. Even though it would be great to just use that line all the way over. I don't think it's going to happen though. Good, good. Trim, trim. So we do not cause ourselves problems. All right. Acid gas in astounding amount. That is what's needed next. I should go get a bunch of pipe. I mean a bunch of pipe. So right here, pick it up. Oh, I have to get rid of all this niobium pipe. Ugly. All right, good. Next up, the mechanics of acid gas. Right here is produced in many different processes, none of which are going on out there. We get it mostly from the mushrooms. All right, so acid gas is over here, yeah? It has no main out. So the best thing to do would be to try to just drag it straight over. I don't know if this line is possible. second from the top, right here. Yeah, there's no via exactly there. Yeah, it hits this line, and this is via list. It hits the, I suppose I could move a stack inserter. Yeah, and it does just get straight over. And then it will hit right where it needs to. Okay, I've decided that we will make this work. So you are out right here, and we're just going to go for a ride. Come. It's time to see how far you can go to be the best pipeline you can be. We're definitely going to encounter fluid extents. But not quite yet. Here, I should stim up. All right, here's going to be the problem. We got how I wish I had the nudge mod installed. But I do not. So you have to go right there, and you get picked up. And this may, in fact, cause me heartburn later if I ever have to deploy 2 stack inserters in a single area. But I'll still have room. 3 stack inserters. But that feels a little bit unlikely, don't you think? Okay, you get the same treatment. Now, I guess this, instead of having one line spoiled, oh, it has an opportunity to misalign them so that no lines are spoiled. Ooh. Ooh. Efficiency chills. Okay, and then this is easy because we left a big old gutter right here. Just go straight. Isn't it nice how transparent this is? Now we're in the realm of giving myself problems, though, because I don't know how these areas are going to work. I'm probably going to have to clip this line as I build in this square and then forget I've clipped this line. And then it doesn't get reattached. And I have problems, and I get angry, and I start blaming everyone. Suddenly grenades are flying. He's drinking way too much energy drink again. People are looking. Yeah. It's very difficult for me to go to a restaurant more than once. Right there. But I feel like it's going to cause me grief. It's absolutely true, this will. It's going to be a complete pain to keep this going, but it is done in the correct way, you know? It is using design intents behind the factory as they should. Just straight through. Oh, God, just these vias are just fantastic. Everyone should be doing this. And this is a pump situation, right? Because this is away from core. And you're still going to complain, right? Great. Fluid extents. Just insert me complaining. All of my complaints are still present. There we go. Pump going, acid gas flowing. Try again, please, I say. Oh, did I not leave a via here? Oh no. Oh no, discipline broke down. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, friends. Discipline broke down. Now I know we can do this right here. And it's going to put a ton of stuff in my inventory. And we get to slip out. Slither out of our reality. But we did bad. And look how doing bad once undoes this entire project. Now power is off. Actually, why is power off? Oh, because you should be in range of this guy? Well, I don't know. We're going to shift all these over still. Because there's room, right? You can see how there's room. I bet there were people screaming at me when they saw this. You didn't leave a via. You're causing yourself problems. What are you doing? Well, the answer is quite straightforward, actually. I'm causing myself problems. Great. Shove that all in here. Oh, all this goes in here. Take that away from me. Take that away from me. All right, we may have gotten out alive. But why are these flashing like this? And why am I forced to put in ugly lines to fix it? Why can't you connect correctly? It's like a scar in the factory right now. It's like, look at this tangle I've made of this. It used to be so neat and proper, but I suppose I have to wear the L. Everyone knows. Everyone knows. A design went bad here. All right, so there are times when I am building with joy and everything works out, and there's times like this. And we're just gonna pretend this didn't happen at all and press forward, right? Don't look at it. It isn't real. Can't let it hurt you if you don't want it to hurt you. All right, so over, and then back again. And we are resuming our usual behavior right here. Good to see phosphorus is filled back up eventually. It's going to be a real shock when that runs out, and it will. All right, so here we are. We've brought over the acid gas across the entire length. Oh, don't look at it. It makes me, oh, it hurts me so much to see that. And actually, I suppose we don't need to omit this windmill, right? If I just find a pure one right here, I can paste this right here. No, not right there. Maybe I should zoom in a little bit. Where's my paste? Right there. And then that will actually work. Okay. So infrastructure a little better. I need 5 centrifuges. And again, all the adjets that I can grab. Oh, and some thickeners too. So I think I saw, was the number 5? This feels like a fairly short episode for you guys, but unfortunately I was interrupted a couple times there, and now I am a bit confuzzled. Is that the olefin factory? We still only have 4 of these? So we need 5, I think. I think I said 5. And now adjets and thickeners. Oh, we're about to get another tech. We're doing real good in that regard for paying absolutely no attention to it. And thickener, which is right there. Give it to me. Is there anything else to consider? I mean, yes, certainly. Is there anything else I'm going to consider? Nah, man. Well, I should turn personal logistics back on. I was wondering why the bots weren't mobbing me even though I'm clearly working. Well, because I stopped them from doing that. All right. We're going to make it. We're going to get something done today. This won't be a complete loss. Right there. All right. Ready to go. And then we just plug in right here with the blood. Okay, maybe you're right there with the blood. And then it's going to take a while to even fill this up. All right, so now, what do? Like we're down to stuff I just absolutely do not care about, like train braking force. Like, you realize how irrelevant this is to me. I don't do trains. All right, it's just research everything in order until I'm done. Like research speed, I guess. Oh, there's another one after it. Just go faster. Oh, it's a lot faster actually. Huh. Maybe that's something I should have gone for a long time ago, but somehow I doubt it. All right, sure. Research this. Do it. And now acid gas is not stapled. More to the point, this is not stapled. Right there is good. And then right there. And then we're going to pause here. Like that. Usually we turn it on all at once, right? So this will be our turn it on all at once button right there. All right, so it was 6, wasn't it? The pain of being me. I am not in the best shape. We're probably going to get to the other side of this and then just call it short episode. Unfortunately, I cannot make great strides of progress today. I did too much other stuff. The world is wearing me down, friends. And we have to add more concrete. If that's consistently a bottleneck, I don't know. I am lost, as it says on the YouTube description. Hopefully you are not too lost as well, but unfortunately it's infectious, friends. All right, so we have made this pact. We actually line it up real nice right here. I like that. And so we're going to start with just one, right? And this leaves us an opportunity to have 2 in, which I kind of think we will, but how are we ever going to keep that supplied? Answer, we're not. So you are tailings dust, which I'm not sure if we make or not. Like, I know we do tailings reprocessing way over here. Yeah, right here. Why do I have this here? I ask again. Like, all our tailings goes into making Nexlid ore. And we probably should shift that until it still makes tailings dust first. Because this is tailings dust and we're going to need it. Actually, do we not have any of it? That's really interesting. No. No, we don't. Oh, wow, that's a gap. Okay. So I guess this is something we have to do, huh? Tailings dust is, of course, made from tailings. It is made with acid gas. So is there any better way to do this? There's gravel distillation. And that's kind of trash. And then there's this. That's not what I want. There is this recipe. So, I suppose, instead of bringing acid gas over, I could have just used the tailings line. And then how many evaps am I going to need? Oh, I don't want to have to roll back that entire acid gas line. We'll need it for supplemental stuff anyway, so don't think about that. So this makes 1.6 tailings dust per second. Oh. That's a big O, friends. And then there's just zero chance, 100% zero chance for this to be ever fully fed. It just isn't going to happen. This only makes 1.6 a second. So we need like 8 of these per, and we have 16 of them down. That's never, ever, 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 ever going to happen. What else do we use tailings dust for? Tell me a story of tailings dust. You are used in asphalt, it looks like. No, coal tile. Separate the tailings to make coal dust out of tailings. Recycling recipes. Blue liquor. This doesn't exist. And honeycombs. So it's essentially only used here. And then a little bit on making honeycombs. But we don't do this, do we? We get this from wax. So this doesn't exist. This literally doesn't exist. And these are recycling recipes. So this does need to be here, which completely throws off everything I just did, right? Like everything is now thrown. None of this is right. Because it is most efficient to make tailings right here, right here, right here, right now. And then we'll tap into the tailings line, which is here on the logistics rail, because it's going to be going across the entire surface. We'll be making acid gas and consuming it on site, which is virtuous. So what we need is to remind ourselves of that. And we're still going to need so many of these. So you need to be underflowing less than 20. And then that'll be hooked in. And then this isn't here. Like the rest of this has to just be tailings evaporation. And then all of this has to be moved into the next block. Just like right here. I don't know where. Don't ask me these questions. And like there, it's just not finished. Everyone knows it's not finished. That's that much steam to power all this. I still need more agits. And so this will all be moved right down here, I guess, and it will fit. And that's good. So all of you come down here. And it's still... Oh, it just barely fits, actually. And it probably doesn't fit because of pipe difficulty. But we have some extra room because now we're going on the other side instead of down south. Instead of up north, we're going to go down south. But still, this is uncomfortably tight. And we can't keep them fueled. Just keep that in mind. We cannot keep them fueled. So we're probably not even doing this. This is probably just lunacy to begin with. So the real limiting step are evaporators making tailings. And if we use this entire area right here and just assume that we can get the tailings, which is another thing that's not going to be reasonable. Like what are we looking at here? Dust. Tailings dust. Let's just ballpark it, right? So this is 5 of them use 200. And so if we're just kind of seeing what is possible, then we leave it. I don't think there's any, well, we'll leave an extensive via. How about that? We have the space for it. So we've got 9 here, it looks like. Then if we, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't even think we're going to be able to do that. We're going to have to do something like this. And then 5. It's like this. And then pipes go on the outside. Beacons go on the inside. I wonder if this can be prodded. That doesn't really... It can be prodded, so there is that at least. And then we grab all of you, and we just assume we can do this. Can we do it again? I mean, that's a maybe, isn't it? Yeah, I think we can do it again. So if we do this, we make this work somehow, right? Okay, so this is the actual for real. Well, this does not work, does it? No, I can make it work. It won't be natural. It won't be what God wanted for any of us. But I can make it work. Yeah. And the pipes will be on the rails in between. And it'll all go to the left. Everyone go to the left. You go to the left. Oh, wait. You go to the left and then straight across. You go to the left and up and down. You go straight across. And that will keep this... It'll keep this nice and dense. It'll keep this going. Great. And the number will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 54. 9 times 6 times 1.6. If fueled entirely, which is, of course, a fantasy. This will make 86 tailings dust a second. That is enough. We go and we divide by 12 to keep 8 of these going. And that's what we got right here. So I guess we put this here, and I guess this doesn't exist anymore. And the real question is, do I want to rejigger this and put all this down here, and we stack these two together? This, the centrifuges and this step, all right here. If we can, I don't know if we can force that in order to keep this clean. But I think that's probably not what we're going to do. I think we're probably going to stick with this, right? And this will be our plan. Yeah, and there's extra blue liquor being produced. And we're going to be using all of this tailings dust. I guess we're going to do all of the staples up here because we can. All right. This is a plan, I guess. I guess I'll put a little bit more work on this, and then we're going to call the episode because I'm kind of tired. All right, so step 1, go and grab as many... Here, what is this? What do you want? What is this flashing thing? Go get me a coal processing logo. Okay, I can fix that. Then go grab as many evaporators as I can to start that order going. Evaps are over there. Bring me more evaps. This is going to be a multi-episode quest, I think. And I want a pie coal logo. Thank you. And then I should probably just go grab the evaps out of the bin, right? And I would think that they would be around here somewhere. They're very early in the process, right? But apparently, I don't know where anything is in my factory. Yeah, sad but true. Where are the evaps? You would think, I guess there were, no, it's a float. It's not an evap. I would think they would be right here. That's a thickener, but they're not. Why do I not see this? Because I am just blind. It is literally right there. I was standing next to it. I am not having the best of episodes, friends. Focus, destroyed, will to live, questionable, goals, malign. I should probably just pack this in sometime soon. All right, so we have a whole lot of evaporators, and we're going to disgorge them right here. So that's fun. And we're going to have a hell of a time with the tailings line, right? Because we have a tail. The proper thing to do would be to drag out a tailings outline, right? Because right now this is bi-directional, but eventually I'll run into fluid extents, right? I really should bring a tailings line back this way. And I think I will. All right, maybe that'll be the last thing I do today. What I want, though, is to work on a cube. We decided that right here is where the beacon goes. So we're out the back. No, we were doing something fancy. It was one of these things. And you do that, and then you do this. And this is how we do it, right? And we just copy that over and over again. Right? This is good. This is legal. Oh, and then trim. Then, copy and paste all that. And then like that, but don't do this. No, don't do that. It kind of looks nice. This isn't the worst thing I've ever done. And then paste. But not you. All right, so good-ish. Good-ish. Oh, I suppose we have to get the tailings dust out. That also necessitates this, right? So, great. And we'll do like so. And then copy paste. Oh, is this off? No, I did it properly. Okay, good. I did something properly. I really should be putting electricity in at the same time I do this, but laziness is, right? Okay. There we go. All that sort of works, right? Good. All right. All that's all right. So, last thing to do is light it up. All right. We have made decisions. It's kind of odd, I think, how much of a struggle this was. A lot of that was due to the interruptions, however. All right, and that's all that needs. So what I need to do is all you. And then this comes down right there. And this comes down right there. And then that's all good. And suddenly this is wired up. Okay. Now just add power, and then we have to bring over a tailings. No, we have to. First, we have to. Make sure it's all properly stapled. Because right now we have a bunch of disconnected lines, and we cannot staple on the bottom. I suppose we could have joined right here. And that would have been okay too. But right here is going to be where we staple. And it's going to look a little weird. That's fine. We are a little weird. So just like this, right? And then copy, paste. There. And now that's all hooked together, and then all of tailings gets hooked to acid gas. I don't know where to put this. We're going to put it here. So be it, right? Further over. Then we'll have acid gas hooked up. And we'll have made shockingly little progress today, honestly. I know there was a bunch of intermediate stuff we did. But at the same time, I do feel I could have made more progress here. All right, and then we have tailings dust over. You will all come over here and you will join in like so. Like so. So we have blood in and waste products in, and we create something new from that. All right, so that works. And then the tailings will come in right there. I'm not sure at all. It's 12 a second. Think about that for a second. Use your head. Think about that. 12 a second, and this belt delivers 30 a second. What's that math tell you? So if I have 2 belts, that's 60 a second. I can supply 5 of the, oh my God. Don't worry about it, because look at this. This is never going to be used to its fullest extent. So just be content with the dramatic overbuilding. Go get more. Bring out a tailings outline. Try to just be calm, be calm, be calm, be calm, be calm. Then, we have any more evaps? Any more evaps? 2 more evaps. What was the other thing that we needed more of? Boilers? How are we doing on that, honestly? We need boilers and we need agits. We need so many agits. I'm requesting a bunch of specialty buildings, aren't I? It's probably gonna come back and bite me. One more probably. Sure. All right, let's do it. So, tailings. We gather in waste tailings from all over to right here. All right, so it's time for a discussion of principles. All of the material processing will be just putting tons of tailings in the system. Tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons and tons. And you might be tempted to hook up the consumer to producer right here. But I feel that would probably be a mistake. One, fluid extents turn this into a one-way pipe. And you have to decide, do you want the iron tailings going over here, or do you want the iron tailings coming here? And the answer is you always want it coming back to central sorting. Because if this happens to be jammed, you need to get rid of the tailings somehow. And if you have a one-way pipe, it doesn't work. So you take it all back to the nexus, and then you bring it all back out. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about that. Stick to principles. I built this place according to principles. Tailings. And I should try to respect that, you know? Try to keep up with that. Consume. Okay, so what is this? This is our overflow right here. Okay. So that is not what we want. It's kind of cheeky of us to do this. We're going to put, oh, it's such a bad idea. Well, maybe this at least will keep it top of mind. I'm going to put the 2 different tailings lines right next to each other. These 2 tailings lines right here are for 2 completely different purposes. But can you tell which is which? No. But at least when you see them like this, you remember, hey, wait a second. There are 2 different lines doing 2 different things. Which is which? And that will hopefully kick in and stop me from doing something dumb later on. It will be like a little cricket sitting on my shoulder, telling me maybe I ought not to do that thing. What we're going to do then is we're going to try to slide it in between one of these, which is going to be ugly, but we're going to do it. All right, we're going to say tailings out. It's going to go right there. Here, and I'm going to go come right over here, find this whale, stuff all this sand casting back in that whale. Okay, all right. And then, this is where the tailings inline will go. So what I have to do is draw this down, link this up right there. There. And from there, they diverge. hopefully I never get the two tailings lines crossed up here. Though, now that I say these words, it does feel rather inevitable, doesn't it? Yeah, just keep it coming down. And eventually we're going to hit fluid extents on this side as well. But that's fine. We can just install a pump, and that will keep the directionality correct. And the design will actually work, hopefully. Maybe. Possibly. All right, so we'll still go. Keep going. We're not there yet. We are merely in the new area. Yep, there's the fluid extents kicking in, but we can employ a pump here. And by doing that, we ensure that we are always fully pressurized in the right direction, the right place, for the right reason. Nice and square. So like there. Okay, right there, and we're almost there. All right, here. Our tailings inline, which is another primary product, I guess. And I guess I don't want to hook it up right yet, right? Because the grand hookup ceremony is something near and dear to my heart. So we're going to not do that. Instead, come here. And we're gonna... Where are you? Like that. Okay. So we're like that, and we're just one pipe away to filling this all up. And then all of this acid gas will find use exactly here. There we go. And so it will use this acid gas with preference. We need a tank, though, to make this work properly. There we go. There's our tank. We will... Whenever there's not enough acid gas, and there won't be enough acid gas, just trust me, it will underflow in from the supply. And then that will supply that, and we have the blood over there. We're going to have to drag a blood line in when we start making it properly down here, but may that be many, many episodes away. We have to keep picking up evapes and shoving this in right here. This will make tailings dust in astonishing amounts, which is not enough to keep this going. It just isn't. 100% isn't. Well, no, wait a second. I forgot that I stack things now. So it's 30 items a second, stacking 4 high at the moment. So that's 120. 120 divided by 12 is 10. Okay, never mind. By the powers of math, I realize I'm a moron. So what I'll do is I'll hook this up in theory. And then tomorrow we'll just be here. We'll be at stage 1. We will have not done our job very well today. That's fine. Tailing dust in, vanabins in, water in. How much water are you going to need? Not much. And so it's just super simple, right? Just don't use this area. Be akuas. This is reserved for beacons right here. All right, and then here is our product, the blue liquor. And then here is water, which I will bring in on the from the margins, and that is fine. And then just copy, copy. You guys aren't right. You just ain't right. Now copy right there, leaving only the vanabins. And later on, we get the vanadates. Okay, makes total sense to me, right? Completely logical. No, that was, whatever. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. Don't think about it. I really wasn't expecting vanadium processing to be so intense. But That might be because I just didn't look at it right. And if I would have looked at it a little closer, maybe I would have understood more of what I was getting myself into. Yeah, that didn't happen though. All right, so this is still sort of graceful. Sort of graceful. And just absolutely needed. Do you have power anywhere? Did anyone care to think about your power needs at any point? Answer apparently is no. Okay, there we go. Now you're turned on. Now I have to get a whole bunch more boilers. I have to go get... I'm getting distracted, aren't I? This is a trick, isn't it? So hard to work with these things. Just a pain to work with. Okay, like that. Now we should all be powered, right? Good. Now you'll stop crying about it. Right here, right there, and then you will be powered. Then we will be into endgame. Okay, good. Now that's ready. We're going to put your water over here. We need just one. And water is stapled at the bottom, I guess, because that's pretty much the logical place to do it. So we're going to move that. Don't get too attached to it. And then water comes over, like so. Hook this up. And I messed up the pipes right there. Right there, right there, right there, and right there. Anywhere else? Almost certainly. Here, we're not going to even do anything weird. We're just going to do this and just plugged in. Okay, great. Water is on the field. We need not worry for our hydration. And then tailings dust over here. Good to have tailings dust contained, you know? All right, so like that. Water in place, and then this just makes blue liquor, and we have to put in the vanidates. Which means we have to come up here. And where do you get put together? You don't really. All right, so we have to find a likely line, which will be right here, I declare. And we will hook this up right up here. And then just kind of plug in here. All right, so this was pretty rigorous. This was a lot of thinking, and I don't really do that. But here's the blue liquor, and this has to be underflow blue liquor. So we will do that right here. Less than 20. And then you go straight into a tank. And then that can be used for whatever later on. Okay. And so, good question mark. This is going to take such a long time to put together. I made so little progress today. And we are going to have to do an artillery day to finish it, I think. Unless it collapses in on itself really fast. There's so many steps. I'm not sure that's even going to happen. Anyway, I think I'm done. I think I am almost positive that I am done for the day. Oh, the last thing I'm going to do is olefin plants. We have to get rid of some of the purple squares of shame. Where are you, olefin plant? Right over there. Almost at the end. I have to scrape these up. There was only one there. Are there any in the bins right here? Olefin plant is, I don't even know where it is. We are in coal processing. Of course we are, because everything is. There we go. We got 9 olefin plants. That should be enough, right? Head over to the purple squares of shame, which can be found right here. Then bomb these in. Are we done? No, we need 2 more. Ooh. Ugly, I say. But, you know what I also say? This is the end of this episode. And this is going to be an embarrassing recap. Oh, that was nice. Yeah, perfect. Okay. It's time to talk about what I did today, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kids of all ages. What kind of madness went down today? All right, so right here and zoom out. And look upon the glory of that which I control. This tin patch is what I govern myself on now, right? So start with this. Print screen, screenshot taken. What did I do today? Well, I started with a whole bunch of chores. I hardly remember what were. I know I still have to do coal bed gas. Oh, there's still a supply I need for this. I have to make coal bed gas in here and then ship it out. I think maybe that could be done by Gorbachev. It's not needed in that much. Not like tailings, but it may end up being like tailings. So I have to make a coal bed gas extractor. Oh yeah, I was going to pave these 2 areas down here and then place it like here-ish. I was going to save this area for more oil distillation, so I'm just going to use a line right here-ish. And then, I don't know, cheat it up into this tank and then pretend I'm never going to use these tanks, but I'm obviously going to. Has implications for the alarm system. That's the only reason I complain about it. Anyway, to continue to complain, that has to be done. And the other thing I did is I made dedicated acetone production, which I did right here, I think, because our only method of getting acetone currently was as a byproduct of phenol, and we had just run out of it. And so we don't have any organic solvent, so we didn't have a lot of stuff, and we had to fix that. So we have a primary acetone maker right there, properly configured to only underflow into the acetone network, so it comes off the phenol first. Great work. And then after that, we turned our attention to vanadium processing, which turned out to be very difficult. I did not understand that I thought I was being clever, right? I thought I was being intelligent and getting ahead of the game. And I thought that the first vanadium pulping step right here was going to be the slow step. No. The slow step is evaporating tailings to getting tailings dust in order to make the blue liquor. It takes an enormous amount of evaporators to the point where I really should have dedicated this entire block, I think, to evaporators. But the problem is then the centrifuges and the blue liquor wouldn't fit in this box right here, and then it wasn't going to happen. All right, so we're still hideously overbuilt. It's just it could be more hideously overbuilt in that I probably should have filled this entire top block with evaporators. Instead, there's only like 60 some, so fine. So the evaporators make a lot of tailings dust that gets concentrated into blue liquor right here. This flows into this area right here, which now I think is too many. Like this is 8 makers. Yeah, so we only need 18 of them here, right? 18 agitators for this first step of vanadium pulp. I'm going to have to look into that later. Maybe that'll be a lot more compact. All right, I don't know. The vanadium stack is a little bit of a disaster right now. It's going to make a ton of vanadium pentoxide at the end, but enough, question mark? mean, yeah, yeah, it's going to. It's going to be enough. But at the same time, it could be more, right? So yeah, my brain feels kind of fried. If I was a little more intelligent, I could have planned this all in the first shot, but instead, you get the man in front of you right now. I am gone, done. I'm gone. Bye bye, everybody. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye.